Bismillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. Ad-darsu al-hadiyah wa thalathuna, lesson number 31. In the previous lesson, we had some introduction about hal, and we have seen that hal is a noun which is generally mansub, and it tells us about the state of sahibul hal. And we have seen that sahibul hal can be the fa'il, the doer of the action. It can be naibul fa'il, it can be maf'ul bihi, and it can be subject and predicate, that is mubtada and khabar. And also we have seen that hal can be a sentence and it can also be a word. So let's begin the lesson today, inshallah. Al-mudarrisu, the teacher. Ma laka mut'aban ya Ahmadu. So ma laka is basically, it's an expression which basically means what's wrong with you. So the teacher says, Ma laka mut'aban ya Ahmadu. What's wrong with you as you are tired, O Ahmad? Ta'iba yat'abu. Ta'aban is to be tired, and at'aba yut'ibu it'aban is to make someone tired. And mut'ib is something that makes tired, and mut'ab is someone who is tired. So this is mut'aban. So the teacher says, what's wrong with you as you are tired, O Ahmad? So here we can see that mut'aban is describing the hal of ka, or we can say the hal of Ahmad. Generally, it describes the hal of something that comes before it. So this is the hal of ka, and we know that this ka refers to Ahmad after we complete the sentence. However, please remember, as I mentioned, that first we have sahib al-hal. Generally, we have seen in the previous lesson, and after that we have hal. So ma laka mut'aban ya Ahmadu. What's wrong with you as you are tired, O Ahmad? So mut'ab is the hal of ka, which is basically Ahmad. Ahmad says, Sami'tu ranin al-jarasi. He says, I heard the ringing of the bells. Wa ana fi ghurfati. And while I was in my room. So what kind of wow is this? This is waw al-hal.
Waw al-hal.
Excellent. Yeah. And after waw al-hal, we know that generally we have jumlatul ismiya. So the whole sentence will be jumlatul hal, as we know. So he says, wa ana fi ghurfati, while I was in my room. Faji'tu musri'an, and I came quickly. Musri'an, again, asra'a yusri'u isra'an is to make something faster. And faji'tu musri'an, so I came quickly. So this is waw al-hal. Fata'ibtu, and I got tired. As I said, ta'iba yat'abu is to be tired, and at'aba yut'ibu it'aban is to make someone tired. So he says, I heard the bell ringing while I was in my room. So while I was in my room, as we know, this is because of waw al-hal. So I came quickly. As we know, it answers the question kaifa. So how did he come? He came quickly. Faji'tu musriyan, and got tired. So we can see over here that wa ana fi ghurfati is a complete sentence because we have waw al-hal, and here musriyan is mufrad, which is basically a word that is describing the hal of Ahmad. Al-mudarrisu, the teacher. Aina Samirun. Where is Samir? Aliyun da'at sa'atuhu. He lost his watch, or we can say his watch got lost, because da'a yadiyu is a lazim verb. It does not need object. So da'at sa'atuhu, his watch got lost. Fakharaja, and he left. Yabhathu anha, looking for it. So now we can see that when hal is a sentence, it can be past tense and it can be present tense. In this case, fakharaja is the past tense, and after that hal is yabhathu anha, that is looking for it. So yabhathu anha will be the sentence which is telling us about Ahmad. So or it's basically telling us about his activity, like what he is doing. So what happened basically? His watch got lost, and he left searching for it. فَخَرَجَ يَبْحَثُ عَنْهَا. Al-mudarrisu, the teacher. وأين زهير وصديقاه. Where is Zuhair and two of his friends? صديقاه. What is the original form of صديقاه? It's the dual. And dual comes...
صديقاني.
Excellent. So it was basically صديقاني. And we know that whenever it is used as mudaf, yeah, then the noon will be dropped for the dual and for the plural. Excellent. So it was صديقان plus who, and then it becomes صديقاه. The teacher says, and where is Zuhair and two of his friends? أحمد رأيتهم خارجين من المطعم. So he saw them while they were leaving the restaurant. So he says, رأيتهم, I saw them. In what state? While they were leaving the restaurant. Excellent. So خارجين is basically رأيتهم because it is hum. So it's basically Zuhair and two of his friends. So there are three. So that's why it will be خارجين. رأيتهم خارجين من المطعم. I saw them while leaving the restaurant. So خارجين is hal of hum or رأيتهم of hum. Yeah. So it tells us about Zuhair and two of his friends. Al-Madarisu, the teacher. اقرأ الآيات يا أحمد. Read the verses, O Ahmad. يقف أحمد. Ahmad stands up. The teacher says, اقرأ جالسا. Read while sitting. Read while sitting. So we can see over here, jalisan is also the hal, which is being described over there, where the teacher tells him to read them while sitting.
Where is the translation of while, Ustad? It's Iqra jalisan. So we have to assume that there is a while over there. Read.
In fact, hal is translated as while or when. Yeah, while or when. Yeah. So Iqra, yani anta taqra. So it's basically telling us, you know, that whenever we have
waw will not accompany this kind of sentences, is it?
No, because here we have yani anta. It's telling us the hal of anta, yani.
Okay.
Because we have in fi'l al-amr we have a hidden pronoun that means anta.
Yeah, anta.
Yeah, so it's basically anta, yani taqra'u jalisan. So it will be, the real sentence will be anta taqra'u jalisan, but we have fi'l al-amr, so it will be iqra jalisan. So the teacher says read while sitting. And thank you for highlighting that. That's what we need to figure out. The translation will really help us, that like why it is being translated as while, and from the translation we can guess that it is hal, and then it will be confirmed when we go into the depth of the sentence as we discussed now. Ahmadu uhibbu an aqra'a waqifan. So he says, I love to read while standing, right? Uhibbu an aqra'a waqifan. So he says, I love to read while standing. Yasta'idhu wa yubasmilu. So he seeks refuge in Allah from shaitan and says Bismillah. Exactly. So we have waqifan again. It is the hal. So the teacher says, he says, I love to read while standing. Iqra waqifan. He seeks refuge in Allah from shaitan and says Bismillah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم رب اغفر لي ولوالدي ولمن دخل بيتي مؤمنا. Yeah, so mu'mina. So we can see over here that Nuh alayhi salam says, my Lord, forgive me and my parents and whoever enters my house as a believer. Yeah, so what is the hal of the believer? The hal of the person entering as a believer. Excellent. So in entering his house as a believer. So he says, my Lord, forgive me and my parents and whoever. وَلِمَنْ دَخَلَ. So as we know that man is very comprehensive. It can means, yeah. No, it's basically whoever. Man is basically here man whoever. Is
Mausula.
Just man Mausul, excellent. Whoever enters my house as a believer. So mu'minan, as a believer. Then we have the next verse from Surah Yusuf. وَجَاءُوا أَبَاهُمْ عِشَاءً يَبْكُونَ. So what is their state now? Who will figure out?
They are crying.
Yeah, so what happened? And they came to their father at night, weeping or crying.
In the evening, yabkuna.
Yeah, weeping or crying. So yabkuna, excellent. Yeah, it's a present tense, fi'l mudari, and we know that it's a complete verbal sentence. So here it is a sentence as a hal, as we have seen that either a sentence can be hal or mufrad can be hal. So whenever we have a verbal sentence, then it will be complete sentence, as we can see over there. Yabkuna, yani they were crying or crying, and they came to their father at night weeping. Alam tara ila alladhina kharaju min diyarihim wa hum ulufun. Alfun, and the plural of alfun is ulufun. Have you not seen those who left their homes while they were in thousands? So here, what kind of waw is this? Waw al-hal, and after that, yes, and we have jumlatul ismiya. Excellent. Wahum ulufun. Perfect. Have you not seen those who left their homes while they were in thousands? Wahum ulufun. أيحب أحدكم أن يأكل لحم أخيه ميتا or ميتا? Yes, over here. Would one of you like to eat the flesh of his brother when dead?
Yeah. When it's dead.
When he is dead. Yes. أيحب أحدكم. Now we can see that is Hamzatul Istifham. يحب is يحب is the fi'l and أحدكم is the fa'il. And we know that after an, the mudari will be mansub.
No, this one isn't.
Yeah, yakula, and lahma is the maful bihi. It is mudaf, and akhihi is mudaf ilayh, and maitan is the hal. Now, subhanallah, I can see that, alhamdulillah, we are able to analyze the verses of the Quran. Excellent. So would one of you like to eat the flesh of his brother when dead? It refers to what?
Backbiting.
Yes. وَلَا يَغْتَ بَعْدُكُمْ بَعْدًا. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from this, as it's very, very dangerous. Al-Mudarrisu, the teacher, اقرأ الحديث يا علي. Now the teacher says, read the hadith, O Ali. عن أبي موسى الأشعري قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا مرض العبد, like when a slave of Allah suffers from illness, أو سافر, or sets on a journey, كتب له, it is written for him, ما كان يعمل مقيما صحيحا. So whatever good works he used to do when he was healthy or at home. Yes, مقيما صحيحا. So that will be the hal. مقيما صحيحا. So that will be the hal, as we can see over here. And it's a very beautiful hadith. Also, it's
consistently doing that act, and because of illness or because of suffer or journey.
Excellent. Yeah, a journey. Yeah, so it's a very encouraging hadith for someone who gets sick and he is not able to do the good deeds that he used to do. So let's say, for example, if somebody used to, someone used to pray tahajjud, and let's say he got sick and for some reason he couldn't pray tahajjud. So if he used to do some good deeds, even if he is sick or even if he is traveling, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will write in his good deeds. So subhanallah, that's the name of Islam, your intentions as well, and also the importance of doing good deeds. Yeah, consistency and good deeds.
There's also hadith that small and consistent deeds are dearful to Allah and His Messenger.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah. If the action is less, but if it is consistent, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes that action. Now we have the poetry, a couplet over here. Abu Bakr, Hatta mata anta fi lahabin wa fi la'ibin. Hatta, until, mata, when, anta fi lahabin wa fi la'ibin, until when you will waste your life in playing and wasting your time. As we know, laib is playing, and lahab is, yes, and lahab is wasting time doing something which is useless. Wal mautu nahwaka yahwi, and the death towards you, it's coming towards you. Fatihan fahu, opening its mouth. And the poet says that until when you will keep on wasting your time and playing around, and the death is coming towards you, opening its mouth. Fatihan, opening, fahu, mouth. So Fatihan is the masdar, is the hal over here. And similarly, we know this is like the verse of the Quran, أَيْنَمَا تَكُونُوا يُدْرِكُّمُ الْمَوْتُ وَلَوْ كُنْتُمْ فِي بُرُوجٍ مُشَيَّدَةٍ. Surah Al-Nisa, verse number 78, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, wherever you may be, death will overtake you, even if you should be within towers of lofty construction. So sometimes poetry is like, it's important for us to learn when it is meaningful. So inshallah, as we discussed in the past lessons, that we will try to learn if we get some time. But as of now, inshallah, we will focus on the Quran and inshallah hadith. And after that, we will also try to spend some time on poetry as well. Fa, what?
Khamsa.
Min al-asma al-khamsa, excellent. So it is basically famun. Yeah, famun, and when it is marfu, it will be fu, and when it is mansub, it will be fa, and when it is majroor, it will be fi. Fu, fa, fi. Like we have dhu, the, we have akhu, akha, akhi, and we have abu, aba, and abi. These four have been used in the Quran.
And for father-in-law, they say, right?
Hamu, hama, yeah, hamun, and hamu, hama, hami. Yes. Okay, so now there is a verse of the Quran, such a beautiful verse of the Quran, where we have the use of fa as well. So I seized the opportunity to discuss this verse as well. As we can see over here, Lahu dawatul haqq, to him alone is supplication of truth. وَالَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِهِ. So inshallah, I'm sure now you are able to understand these verses. Da'a, yad'u, and yad'una. So those whom they supplicate besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, la yastajibuna lahum bishay, they will never respond to them with anything. Illa, except, and inshallah, illa we will learn in the next lesson number 32. Kabasita kaffayhi. Okay, here, basata yabsutu fahuwa basitun. Yeah.
Grip, is it? Or
to extend something. Yeah. Basata yabsutu basit. So kabasiti, as we can see here, that ka is harf jar and basiti is mudaf, and kaffayhi is mudaf ilayh. So the real form was kaffayni, kaffani, kaffayni, kaffayni, and we have learned that whenever we have the dual, then the noon gets dropped, right? So illa kabasiti kaffayhi, like someone who stretches out his hands ilal ma'i, for water or to water, liyabluga, to reach it. And this is lamul ta'lil, that means in order to, yeah.
To make it mansub, the word.
Yeah, liyabluga fahu. So now we can see over here, fahu, that he is trying to make water reach his mouth. Wama huwa bibalighi, and he will never ever. Yeah, he will never ever reach it. Yeah, and we know that after ma, sometimes there is ba, which is used for emphasis.
Like Laysa. This is Laysa.
Yeah, Laysa, and also, yeah, this is sister. This is similar to ma of yani atharu ma mithlu Laysa. Yani it affects like Laysa. وَمَا هُوَ بِبَالِغِهِ, and he will never reach it. So now we can see over here that we have the same fa. It has been used in the poetry, and also, as we can see, in fact, it has been used in the Quran, and also it has been used in the poetry. So now when we look at this verse of the Quran, really it's like, you look how many things are over there, and we need to focus on. And alhamdulillah, I'm sure that we have covered all of them except for illa. Yeah, so we have covered everything except for illa, and inshallah we will, yeah, so we will cover it inshallah in the next lesson.
Ustad, this is which use, Ustad?
Acceptive. Illa is acceptive.
No, this is which verse of the surah, Ustad?
I forgot to mention. I think it's, I don't really remember. I think it's Surah Al-Anbiya.
No problem. I will.
It could be Surah Al-Anbiya, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yarinul Jarasu. Finally, the bell rings, and we know that whenever the bell rings, there is a good news. Wa yakhrujul madarasu, and the teacher leaves. Qailan, saying. So now we can see that it is also hal. The bell rings, and the teacher leaves while saying, Waffaqakum Allah, may Allah grant you success. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So the teacher ends the lesson by saying that the bell rings and the teacher leaves while saying, so qailan, while saying, may Allah grant success to all of you, and Allah's peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you. Waffaqa, yuwaffiqu, tawfiqan. It's a very beautiful dua. Most of the people during the exams, like to our students, we say bit tawfiq. Yeah, so whenever we have exams or something like this, we say bit tawfiq. And may Allah grant you success. So alhamdulillah, it's been a really interesting lesson. Hal is really very important, idea, and also it's used a lot in the Quran and in the Arabic language. I believe we can do one exercise as well. We still have some time. So أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية. Answer the following questions. لماذا كان أحمد متعبا? Why was Ahmed tired? Does someone remember?
Because when the bell was ringing, he was in his room and he came running.
He kept running, yeah. I think we might have had this experience sometimes in our lives as well, yeah. Yeah, Musriyan, yeah. So we might be sitting somewhere outside in the canteen, and then the bell rings, and we come running to the classroom. So I'm sure it happened to all of us.
That was when we were
as well.
small, Ustad. Now
Small, exactly, yeah. So كان متعبا, he was tired. لأنه جاء مسرعا, because he came quickly. مسرعا, can you give me the conjugation, or can you figure out the past tense and the present tense?
Sara'a.
No. أسرع يسرع إسراعا فهو مسرع. أسرع بعبادي, we have in the Quran, right? أسرع, so do something in hurry, do something quickly. And مسرعا, he came quickly.
But you said Asra'a is made to make someone
Yes, like, to make someone come quickly. Asra'a yusri'u isra'an, so he came quickly and he made himself run quickly, right?
Like if it comes in the Quran, Allah is Sari al-Hisab, like Sari al. So
Sari'un is on the pattern of fa'ilun. Yeah, Allah is very quick to take his
But why
account,
there's not that Sariya is a past tense of this one? Why, how we figure out it is Asra?
Musri'an, because we know Musri'un is the doer, right? Ismul fa'il. Whenever we have mu and then we have kasra on the second last.
Figure out the past tense of this. Oh, okay. Sariya. I actually taught it as Sin, Ra, and Ain.
You're right. It's basically the root letters are Sin, Ra, and Ain. But this is Athalathi al-Mujarrad. But then we have Mazid Fi, right? So we have Mazid Fi. So in Mazid Fi, it will be Asra'a, Yusri'u, Isra'an, to make someone do something quickly. And what did he do? He basically came running, so he made himself do something quickly or faster.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Lima kharaja Samirun. Does anyone remember why did he leave?
He lost his watch, is it?
Yes, ضاعت ساعته. Excellent. So خرج سمير لأن ضاعت ساعته فخرج يبحث عنها. And he left searching for it. And ضاع يضيع, we have discussed in one of the lessons in the previous lessons that it is
to put as well. Two meanings it has.
لا, that's وضع يضع.
Yeah,
that is وضع يضع, that means to put. And this is ضاع يضيع is something that gets lost by itself. ضاع يضيع. ضاعت ساعته, and it is a lazim, it does not need any object. So that's why the translation will be ضاعت ساعته, yani his watch got lost. It's not like he lost it by himself. It is something that happened by itself.
Yeah, you said one of the patterns are around this passive, this thing as if it is lost, like that
it gives a
self, something like that. No, Ustad? That
it gives the passive meaning. Yeah, this gives the passive meaning. There are a few verbs.
Which form, Ustad, this one is?
This is الثلاثي المجرد ضاع يضيع. So it's ajwaf. It's basically the root letters will be da and then ya and ain. Da, ya, and ain. And we know that when we have the root letter, weak letter wa or ya, then it can change into alif. So da, and how do we know it is dad, ya, and ain? When you look at the present tense, yeah, mudare, then we can see that ya comes out. So in that case, inshallah, we can, like that, we can figure out. Man alladhi qara al-bayta? Who read the couplet of the poetry? Piece of poetry is called couplet. So this is al-bayt. Yes, Abu Bakr, yeah. Excellent, yeah. So Abu Bakrin, Aba Bakrin, Abi Bakrin. It depends how it is used in the sentence, yeah. So it was huwa, Abu Bakrin, it was Abu Bakr. Baytun, and the plural is abiyatun, that means poetry. Yeah, poetry. Whereas baytun, buyutun, we have learned that it means houses. All right, so alhamdulillah, today, inshallah, we have completed the lesson and one exercise. And in the next lesson, inshallah, we will continue and do the rest of the exercises. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.